Welcome back to another video on this channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this gorgeous holographic fade using gel polish and raw glitter. I'm starting the design off with 2 coats of KIARA Skies Exposed. It's important to note that this design is going to be done over the surface of the nail. What that means is I'm going to be working over the inhibition layer of this gel polish. You can either do that or you can encapsulate the design, which means you're going to have a very thin shell of a nail, and over that you're going to do the design and then cover that up using either hard gel or acrylic. Both designs would look nice. I would much prefer the encapsulated version of this design. I might do it over just to see what it would look like and maybe even do a comparison video, but for the sake of this video, I'm doing it over the surface of the nail. So there's some pros and cons to both either encapsulating or doing it over the surface. For encapsulating, the pros are the design is going to be magnified, so it's going to just pop. There's no other way to really describe it. It's just gonna pop. The surface is also gonna be a lot smoother, so if you encapsulate it, you're obviously gonna have to file and shape the nail. So in the filing process, the nail is gonna be perfectly smooth, and then you just top coat it and move on. The cons, however, are that the removal process is going to be a lot longer. So let's say your client does this design and then comes back and says, I want pink and whites. You know, you're going to have to file all of that off to be able to do a nice solid pink and white without the glitter interfering, because it is silver, it's holographic, it's a little darker, so certain colors may not look nice over it. Or if they come back and they say, okay, I want an eggshell white, you're not going to be able to apply that over that glitter. It's not going to look as white. So you're going to file it off. And the next con that goes hand in hand with that is going to be that the next time you come, so the next redesign is going to take a lot longer, because you're filing off all of that glitter or all of that gel all the way to the glitter, and then having to basically reshape the nail, so rebuild the nail and reshape it. If you do the design on top, some of the pros are going to be that the removal is going to be quick, fast, and in a hurry, because it's on the surface of the nail, so you only have to cut through the glitter and the gel polish and then you're done. But the con is going to be that the surface of the nail may not be as smooth as you want it, so you got to weigh it out. For the purpose of this video, I did it on top, but I think it'll look a lot better encapsulated. So I'm going to be showing you the glitters that I'm using. I'm using Bling by Recollections. I love Recollections glitter. They're very cheap and they're easy to find. They're at Michael's and they're very high quality. This is a custom mix that I created. I unfortunately don't have all the glitters or the names with me at the moment. A lot of the glitters in that custom mix is from Amazon. So it's very easy to get. It's from one packet in Amazon. It comes with like a couple of different colors, but I'll do that in a future video if you guys want me to. I'm going to start the design off with a layer of manicure base, and I'm leaving that wet. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dip that right into that Recollections Bling, and I'm applying that over the wet gel using my Zen brush. All I'm doing at this point is starting my fade off. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm focusing mostly on creating a nice fade. I'm moving the glitters around, so I'm starting from the top to the bottom because I feel like I applied those glitters a little too high. To move them downward, I'm brushing them downward. That's why you see me kind of finicking a lot with it. It's just because I'm trying to move the glitter. Why am I focusing on the tip of the nail? You're not going to even be able to see that, but whatever. It's the first nail, so, you know. Yeah, I'm working this nail a lot, way too much that I need to. When you start your design, don't work it as much as I did. Just literally focus on the fade and that's it. And then flash your design. I'm using the KIARA Skies Beyond Pro Flash Cure Lamp. You don't have to, especially if you're doing this on a person. I'm using it because I'm doing it on a hand. It's a lot faster than taking the hands off the stand and then putting it in the lamp, blah, blah, blah. But use your lamp. And then I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm going into that custom mix. I'm going from the glitter to the nail and I'm just moving it around. This glitter is sticking to the inhibition layer of that gel. I'm gonna flash cure that again. And then I'm gonna apply another layer of manicure base because it wasn't as concentrated as I wanted it to be, and the fade wasn't as nice as I wanted it to be. So I'm applying another layer of the manicure base. I'm gonna flash cure that. And then I'm gonna go right back into that holo glitter, well, all of it's holo glitter, excuse me, into that custom mix with that fluffy brush, and I'm gonna start working that in. I'm brushing off the sides of it kind of the same way that you would do acrylic to maintain the shape. You don't want to lose the shape, although I'm gonna file it at the end. You don't want to lose it. And then I'm taking my finger and I'm just pressing the glitters flat. I'm not going over any raw gel or the inhibition layer. I'm strictly touching the glitter just to press it down and make it flat. I usually don't like to do that, but in this case, because the glitters are so big, I want them to lay flat so that when I put top coat on it, it's nice and smooth and it's not a bumpy surface. I know I'm flash curing a lot. Don't worry, I'm gonna do a full cure at the ends, so it'll be fine. I'm moving over to the next nail, and I'm doing this very same thing again. I'm gonna start with a thin layer of manicure's base, and then I'm gonna dip into that bling, and I'm just using the bling as a, again, as a fade. I just want it to cascade upwards so that it looks like a nice little flame, nice little fade. Now you decide how much glitter and how little glitter you want. So if you want more of the exposed to show, then do the glitter fade a little lower. I wanted the glitter fade to cover the majority of the nail, so that's why I brought it up so high, but you do it the way that you like it. And again, I'm starting off with that bling, fading it upwards just to get a base of what the fade is gonna look like. I'm gonna flash cure that with my little itty bitty lamp. If it was on a person, I'd tell you just don't whip this lamp out because you're gonna lose time. I'll have them go into the lamp and then work on the other hand. And then I'm dipping in with my fluffy brush on that glitter and applying that straight to the nail, working it the way that I like it, wiping off the sides to make sure that I don't lose my shape, and fading it upward a little bit more. Now, honestly, you can skip the blending of bling. You don't have to necessarily do it. I just like to. Okay, now that all the nails are done, I'm applying another layer of base. I think I only show myself applying one layer of base, but I'm actually putting in 2 layers of base. That's just to cover the surface, and I'm attempting to smooth that out. I'm not sure if I show this either, but when I'm done applying the coat, I actually flip the hand upside down so that the gel smooths out over that gel and creates a nice smooth even surface. Yeah, there goes a pesky little glitter. Yep, I didn't show it, but at this point I've already applied 2 layers of base coat, and now I'm wiping off the inhibition layer or the sticky layer using Young Nails Swipe. I'm gonna take a smooth file, and I'm saying smooth because, again, remember, the only thing protecting you from removing that glitter is two very thin layers of thin base coat. So I'm taking a very dull, this is a really cheap file that I regretted getting, but it did the job because it's so dull that it's not going to remove a crazy amount. All I'm doing at this point is going over the edges, and that's because we applied glitter, so that the sides are a little bit bumpy. So I'm just smoothing that out with my file, and I'm gonna gently file the surface of the nail, and that's again just to make sure that there are no glitter sticking up, there's no bumpiness. All I'm trying to do is establish a smooth surface, since I'm doing the design over the surface of the nail, and glitter is not perfectly smooth. You know, it's not like foil where it's thin and it's, you know, it's not going to create bulk. Glitter does create bulk, so I'm just attempting to, and here I was scared, guys. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't filing away that glitter, so that's why I wiped it off. But at this point, I'm going to speed up the video because I don't want to bore you guys with watching me file and do the same thing over and over again. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm doing the very same thing that I did to that index and that middle finger to the ring finger and the pinky. Just smoothing out that surface so that the top coat glides on and looks beautiful. After filing, I'm going to make sure that I wipe off all of that excess dust. I'm just using a manicure brush. I don't even think I put soap in it. I think I just did it dry. And then I'm going to apply some protein bond to the surface of the nail. I'm focusing mostly where the glitter is, because when you apply protein bonds over a filed surface, specifically over the glitter, it fills in all those scratches from the file, and the glitter just, it pops so much more. It makes it so the top coat looks a lot more translucent. So I love using it for that purpose. I think top coating the nail was honestly one of my favorite parts of doing nails, because the nail just comes to life with top coat. It just looks so beautiful. As usual, should you guys decide to recreate this design, please tag me on it. I would love to take a look at it. I love nail art, so it's one of my biggest passions, so I would love to see you guys' work. Once you're done adding your top coat and sealing off the sides of your nail, pop that in the lamp for a full cure, and this is the final look. I really love how it turns out. I hope you guys did too. As usual, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to give me a like and subscribe.